After being reminded of how gorgeous the Burr Trail was at the end of my trip to Boulder Mountain, I headed down to spend 3 whole days just driving the trail at the end of October. As per Google Maps, the Burr Trail isn't really a shortcut. It takes about the same amount of time to take the highways to drive through Capitol Reef and around the Henry Mountains to get to the Bullfrog Road. Leaving Boulder, it starts out as a pleasant drive through Navajo sandstone domes. It's the same kind of rock that makes up northern Capitol Reef and the jagged teeth of the water pocket fold where the switchbacks are. But here where it's horizontal, it makes gorgeous rolling slick rock. If you notice all the leaves on the cottonwood trees, they look dusty and dead. I planned the entire trip just to be here at their peak autumn colors, even calling Capitol Reef's Visitor Center to know exactly when they were changing. Then, 2 days before my vacation from work, a massive cold snap hit the area with record-breaking below freezing temperatures. It killed off all of the color for the season and left the trees full of dead gray leaves. The road drops down into the junction of Long Canyon and the Gulch. The Gulch is a popular hiking and backpacking area, so there's lots of parking around here for people doing multi-day treks into the side canyons. Long Canyon itself has lots to see, and days could be spent searching its secrets. I saw at least 3 sizable arches, plenty of standing rocks and hoodoos, and an almost slot canyon. This they call Singing Canyon. It used to be called Rattlesnake Gulch Slot, even though it doesn't really go back very far. But they call it Singing Canyon because it's supposed to have really good acoustics. It's definitely got a lot of reverberation. Yep. Can you hear me now? I think there's a car coming. How do I sound? I'm not much of a musical or singing person. I mainly dabble in visuals, and even if it's not a deep slot, this little canyon delivered. Completely unplanned, but I just happened to be in it at the right time, and the sun shone straight down it in perfect solar alignment. Long Canyon isn't really that long now that a paved road goes down the middle of it. For as remote and stunning as this is, it's only about 15 minutes away from Boulder and another 15 minutes all the way to the end of the canyon. You'll be passing through some gorgeous steep walled red rock, widening a bit at the end through dramatic sculpted rock, before exiting through a gap in the circle cliffs at the top with a fantastic view of the round valley behind the water pocket fold. It's only 1/10 of the entire Burr Trail, and we've already gotten our money's worth in the first 30 minutes. I set up camp just beyond the exit of Long Canyon. That way I had a nice sunrise view as the light lit up the circle cliffs behind me. This large undulating terrain that is enclosed by the circle cliffs actually has some fantastic hidden treasures of its own that I was hoping to check out, but even with 3 days on a 60-mile road, I didn't have enough time to stop at all of them. Instead, we crossed the top on our way to the Capitol Reef Switchbacks and a side trip out to the Strike Valley Overlook. Back here is the gap that goes to Long Canyon, but if you look at this mountain over here, that's Boulder Mountain, and right there at the point there, that's Bounds Point. That's where the video where we went up to Boulder Mountain, we kind of went out to that point, and probably we went to the lookout right around there. It's barely out of view, but at that point, we were definitely looking down into this area. I'll have to go back through that footage and see if I can track down where this location is from up there. Another gorgeous view off the back of Boulder Mountain. The Burr Trail goes back to unpaved through Capitol Reef National Park and the Switchbacks. Just outside the park boundary is also the last time I can get some drone footage of the area, looking over the back side of the Water Pocket Fold and onto the Henry Mountains. And it looks like somebody stole the shield off the Capitol Reef sign. There aren't a lot of routes through the fold, but some switchbacks were cut through the tiny gap here. Peekaboo Arch marks the point where the Strike Valley Overlook road splits off and goes towards the Overlook. The road out to Strike Valley Overlook is a bit rougher than the rest of the Burr Trail. This Subaru driver had been planning his route over the roughest spot and backed up to let me go over. He proved it's doable in a high-clearance all-wheel drive car. But if you're not as comfortable with pushing the limits of your vehicle, I'd recommend hiking the road if you don't have truck-based clearance. However, the rest of the unpaved Burr Trail is easy dirt road that any vehicle can handle. Very cool double arch. Another double arch up there. Looks like it's got a little mini arch inside of it too. perfect. Oh my god, what time is this? 3:35 on Halloween. And I got light like this. Look at those. Alright. I gotta get the real camera out for this, but get a quick view. This is the view we're getting from up on Strike Valley Overlook. The lighting's just perfect right now. Look at that layer of red is just in high contrast with the shadows at just the right angle. I can see some cars driving by on the road here, but I don't see any now. The road goes right down the middle of that rock strip. And then right there is about a bit where the turnoff for the switchbacks are, and then the road comes up onto that way going towards Lake Powell. It's kind of crazy, but those big slick rock domes up on the horizon, those aren't even the main Capitol Reef area. That's actually a little ways south of Capitol Gorge and all those areas. That's how long the water pocket fold is. Striations in this rock are great, but look at the patterns that the lichen left. There used to be lichen growing there, and it kind of etched its mark into the rock. And then the lichen died off for who knows why. And it looks like it was all over the place here, and it's all gone now, but the impressions left by it still exist. Patterns in the rock here. I wonder if they match up with the lines coming down the rock there. This is the way I came. Might have been some sketchy rock cairns through there. Yeah. Trail went up there. A lot of people mistake the trail, but you can see all the wood they laid down to dissuade you from taking that route.